Cat D9 versus Komatsu D155AX-8. Same class, completely different philosophy. Two dozers, both built for the toughest jobs on Earth, both hovering around 50 tons, both pushing over 350 horsepower through tracks that chew through rock, clay, and frozen ground. In one corner, the Caterpillar D9. 70 years of production, 7 decades of evolution. The elevated sprocket, the high drive, the machine the Israeli Defense Forces armored up and sent into combat zones because nothing else could take the punishment. In the other corner, the Komatsu D155AX-8, the Sigmadozer blade, the lockup torque converter, the K-bogie undercarriage, a machine built from the ground up for one thing, moving more material per gallon of diesel than anything else in its class. These are not the biggest dozers in the world. They are not the flashiest, but they are the workhorses, the machines that actually run 24 hours a day on mine sites, quarries, and construction jobs across 6 continents. When a mine manager needs a dozer that shows up every shift and does not break the budget, these are the 2 names on the short list. So which one actually earns its keep? This is the showdown. Before we break it all down, if you enjoy head-to-head comparisons of the world's most powerful machines, hit subscribe and drop a like. We cover what nobody else does. Now let us get into it. Section 1. The contenders. Decades of dirt. The Caterpillar D9 is one of the longest-running production machines in the history of heavy equipment. The series started in 1954 with a prototype called the D9X. By 1955, the D9D entered production as a 286-horsepower track-type tractor. It was the first Caterpillar machine ever fitted with a turbocharged diesel engine, a technology that boosted power density and fuel efficiency by reusing exhaust gases. That was 70 years ago. The D9G arrived in 1961 with 385 horsepower and stayed in production for 13 years, becoming the workhorse of an entire generation of heavy construction. In 1974, the D9H pushed to 410 horsepower and became the most powerful conventional track-type tractor in Caterpillar's history. Then came the D9L in 1980, with 460 horsepower and the same elevated drive sprocket undercarriage that had debuted on the larger D10 in 1977. That triangular track shape became the signature of every large cat dozer that followed. The D9N in 1987, the D9R in 1996, the D9T in 2004. Each one refined the engine, the controls, and the emissions systems, while keeping the same fundamental architecture. By 1988, Caterpillar had produced its 25,000th elevated sprocket tractor, and it was a D9N. The current model, simply called the D9, replaced the D9T and delivers 440 net horsepower from a Tier 4 Final Cat C18 engine. Operating weight is 110,225 pounds. The machine has seen active military service with the Israeli Defense Forces, where armored versions of the D9R earned the nickname Dubai, Hebrew for teddy bear, because of how they looked covered in slat armor. The U.S. Army used D9s to clear forests during the Vietnam War. There is no other bulldozer on Earth with a combat record. The Komatsu D155 has its own legacy. Komatsu launched the D155A1 in the early 1980s as a direct competitor to the Cat D8 and D9 class. The machine was designed from the start with a low-drive undercarriage and a philosophy centered on smooth power delivery, fuel efficiency, and operator comfort. Where Cat went high with the elevated sprocket, Komatsu stayed low, refining the concept with its K-bogie suspended undercarriage, a system that keeps the tracks hugging the ground for a smoother ride and better ground contact. Over the decades, the D155 evolved through several generations. The current D155AX-8 is a 354-horsepower machine powered by a Komatsu SAA6 D140E7 engine with 15.2 liters of displacement. Operating weight is 89,300 pounds in standard configuration. But the real story is what Komatsu did with the blade. The Sigmadozer, a patented blade design with a unique curved shape, claims to deliver 15% more capacity than conventional blades while retaining material better during the push. The D155AX-8 is also the only dozer in its class that offers a full U-blade option, giving operators the ability to carry massive loads of light material like coal or topsoil. Komatsu did not try to outmuscle CAT. They tried to outthink them. Let's get into the numbers, because in this size class, every horsepower and every cubic yard of blade capacity matters. Engine. The current CAT D9 is powered by the CAT C18A-Cert, a Tier 4 final inline 6-cylinder diesel engine delivering 440 net horsepower at 1,750 revolutions per minute. Displacement is 18.1 liters. The engine features electronic common rail fuel injection, a diesel particulate filter, and selective catalytic reduction. Fuel tank capacity is 235 gallons. The Komatsu D155AX-8 runs a Komatsu SAA 6D140E7, also a Tier 4 compliant inline 6-cylinder diesel. It produces 354 net horsepower at 1,900 revolutions per minute from 15.2 liters of displacement. Fuel tank capacity is 165 gallons. On raw power, CAT wins this round clearly, 440 horsepower versus 354. That is an 86 horsepower advantage. The CAT engine is also larger displacement, which typically means more low-end torque for pushing through hard material. Weight. The CAT D9 tips the scales at 110,225 pounds in standard configuration. The Komatsu D155AX-8 comes in at 89,300 pounds. That is a 21,000-pound difference. In a dozer, weight is traction. More weight means more grip, more pushing force, and less track slip. The CAT's extra 10 tons give it a significant advantage in hard digging conditions. But that extra weight also means higher ground pressure, more fuel to move, and more wear on undercarriage components. Blade capacity. The CAT D9 offers a semi-universal blade with a capacity of 17.8 cubic yards. A universal blade pushes that to 21.7 cubic yards. For coal operations, CAT offers a specialized coal blade holding up to approximately 35 cubic yards. Komatsu fights back with the Sigmadozer blade at approximately 12.3 cubic yards in its standard configuration, a semi-U blade at around 15 cubic yards, and a full U blade at roughly 20 cubic yards. Komatsu's full U blade option is notable because CAT does not offer a full U blade on the D9. For operations pushing high volumes of light material, that is a real advantage. Speed. The CAT D9 has a top forward speed of about 7.3 miles per hour. The Komatsu D155AX-8 tops out at roughly 7.2 miles per hour, virtually identical. Both machines have 3 forward and 3 reverse speeds. Price. A new CAT D9 generally runs between $1.2 million and $2.2 million, depending on configuration, blade choice, and optional equipment. The Komatsu D155AX-8 sits in a similar range, but typically comes in slightly lower on the sticker price. Used D9T machines in good condition sell for anywhere from $200,000 to over $800,000, depending on hours and condition. Komatsu D155 models follow a similar used market curve. But purchase price is just the opening act. Total cost of ownership over 15,000 to 30,000 hours is what separates these machines. This is where these two machines really diverge. Same job, completely different engineering philosophy. The CAT D9 uses Caterpillar's signature elevated drive sprocket, the high drive system that has defined the brand since 1977. The drive sprocket sits above the track, creating that distinctive triangular track shape. The advantage is durability. By lifting the final drives off the ground, CAT isolates them from the constant impact, shock, and abrasive wear that destroys undercarriage components. The high drive design also makes the powertrain modularity. You can break down the tracks, pull the sprockets, and access the transmission from the rear S without tearing the whole machine apart. For mines running dozers 20,000 hours or more, that modularity translates to faster rebuilds and less downtime. The current D9 also features a stator clutch torque divider that automatically disengages the stator when torque multiplication is not needed, reducing parasitic losses and improving fuel efficiency. Differential steering gives the D9 tight turns without losing ground speed. The Komatsu D155AX-8 takes the opposite approach. Low drive. The K-bogie suspended undercarriage keeps the sprocket near ground level, distributing weight more evenly across the track. The result is a lower center of gravity, better stability, and a smoother ride, especially in reverse. Operators often describe the Komatsu ride as more comfortable over long shifts, which matters when you're in the seat for 12 hours. Komatsu's automatic transmission with lockup torque converter is the machine's secret weapon. When the torque converter locks up, it sends engine power directly to the tracks with minimal slip, boosting ground speed and cutting fuel consumption. The system selects the best gear automatically, based on load, and operators can switch between auto shift and manual modes with a single button. The Sigmadozer blade is another differentiator. Its curved shape is designed to load material more efficiently and retain it better during the push, meaning less spillage off the sides and more dirt moved per pass. Komatsu claims a 15% productivity gain over conventional blade designs. The D155AX-8 also comes available with intelligent machine control, Komatsu's factory-integrated GPS-grade control system. In models equipped with intelligent machine control, the dozer learns the terrain as it works and can operate in near 100% automatic mode for tasks like stripping, rough dozing, and finish grading. For operations where precision matters as much as power, that is a game changer. A dozer is only as good as the operator running it. And at 12 hours a shift, the cab is a productivity tool. The CAT D9 features an isolation-mounted OPS and FOPS cab with automatic climate control, an air suspension seat with lumbar support, and a high-definition touchscreen display. Operator sound level is 78 decibels with the cab closed. CAT Automated Blade Assist helps manage blade load automatically to reduce track slip, while CAT Grade with 3D uses GPS to guide the blade to centimeter-level accuracy. For the ultimate in safety, MindStar Command for dozing enables remote control and semi-autonomous operation, letting operators control the dozer from a safe distance when working near high walls or unstable ground. The Komatsu D155AX-8 counters with its hexagonal pressurized cab, designed for panoramic visibility. The cab features an air suspension seat that rotates 12.5 degrees to the right for better ripper visibility, heated seats, palm command joysticks that fit the natural shape of the operator's hands, and a large color monitor with rear camera integration. The cab is praised for its quiet interior and smooth ride, which many operators say reduces fatigue compared to competitors. Where Komatsu really shines is with IMC 2.0. The intelligent machine control system does not just follow a GPS design, it learns. The dozer reads the terrain and plans the next pass, adjusting blade angle proactively as it approaches grade transitions. In select situations, operators can hand off nearly 100% of blade control to the machine. For less experienced operators, IMC narrows the skill gap dramatically, letting a newer driver produce results closer to a veteran. Both machines are serious technology platforms. CAT has the edge in remote and autonomous operation. Komatsu has the edge in onboard automation and intelligent grading. For mine site production dozing, CAT MindStar Command is the safer choice. For construction grading and precision work, Komatsu IMC is hard to beat. In the real world, the CAT D9 is a mining and quarry staple. Its combination of weight, horsepower, and the high drive undercarriage makes it exceptionally durable in hard rock environments. Operators running the D9 in limestone quarries, iron ore mines, and coal operations praise its raw pushing power and the ability to rip through material that lighter machines cannot touch. The D9's rebuildable frame means a single machine can live 2 or 3 lives, making the total cost of ownership competitive even with a higher upfront price. CAT's global dealer network ensures parts and service are available virtually anywhere on Earth. The Komatsu D155AX-8 earns its keep in a slightly different way. It is the efficiency machine. Lower fuel consumption, the Sigmadozer blade productivity advantage, and the lockup torque converter mean the D155 often moves more material per gallon of diesel than the D9. For operations where fuel is the largest single cost, and in remote mining sites where every liter has to be trucked in, that efficiency adds up fast. The D155 is also favored for finish grading and site preparation work, where the smooth ride, stable platform, and intelligent machine control system let operators hit grade specifications with fewer passes. In coal mining, the full U-blade option is a significant advantage, allowing the D155 to push massive volumes of light material that the D9's blade options cannot match. This battle is one of the most important in the heavy equipment world. Not the biggest, not the loudest, but the one that determines which machine runs on thousands of job sites around the world every single day. We want to hear from you. Are you Team Cat or Team Komatsu? Which dozer would you want for a 12-hour shift? Let us know in the comments. So after all that, which one wins? If your priority is raw power and long-term durability, the crown goes to the Cat D9. 440 horsepower, 110,000 pounds. The elevated sprocket undercarriage, a 70-year legacy of being rebuilt and sent back to work. For hard rock mining, quarry operations, and jobs where the dozer takes a beating every shift, the D9 is the standard. If the goal is maximum efficiency and intelligent productivity, the Komatsu D155AX-8 takes the win. The Sigmadozer blade, the lockup torque converter, the IMC system, and the smooth K-bogie ride combine to move more material per dollar spent. For construction, coal mining, site preparation, and any operation where fuel cost and precision matter as much as brute force, the D155 is the smarter buy. For operator comfort, the edge goes to Komatsu. The smooth ride, the quiet cab, the Palm Command joysticks, and the IMC system that makes every operator better are hard to argue with. For support and parts availability, Cat wins. No dealer network on Earth matches Caterpillar's reach. In the end, the Cat D9 and Komatsu D155AX-8 are both world-class machines. One is a monument to American durability and raw power. The other is a masterclass in Japanese efficiency and intelligent design. The real winner is the industry that gets to choose between them. If you enjoyed this showdown, subscribe and hit the bell so you do not miss what comes next. Check out the videos on screen for more heavy equipment battles. See you next time.